People, what's going on? All right. You guys already know who it is. Your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Tonight we got a special guest. Let me add this guest on. Okay. And we're gonna go from there. 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. People, as you guys know, life is all about growth. And one of the things I focus on is teaching you guys wealth, teaching you guys, of course, entrepreneurship. Miss Juanita, what's going on? Miss Vivez in the building. People, what's going on? Brazil is in the building. How you guys doing tonight? We're going to have a special guest tonight. We're going to learn, of course, no, not president. I'm a small guy. Tonight, we're talking about a six-figure family that built wealth. What's going on? How you doing?
Hello.
How you doing? What's poppin', Miss Vivez? How you doing? Miss Tiffany, how you doing?
I'm doing
Look,
great.
I'm proud of you guys. I mean, this story has to be told because, again, there's a lot of variables to your story. Okay.
Yes.
What got you guys here? So I know a lot of people do want to know, a little bit about you guys, a little bit of
Sure.
background, nationality wise. Tiffany and Bobby is in the building. Elite Lawn Care is in the building. People, I see the amazing video on YouTube. Y'all growing. A little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Tiffany, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you guys got going on.
All right. A little bit about myself. Let's just fast forward a little bit. So I was born in the UK, came to the States in '05.
Okay.
My profession that I chose was IT, and then I met my spouse, and then we decided to go into the military. So I joined the military in 2017. And while we was in the military, we started seeing that a lot of spouses had difficulty finding jobs on posts, and they were always posting, need landscapers, need, laborers, need. So we came up with the idea, let's find a way to bring in some extra income as well as bring jobs to the spouses. And that's what started Elite Yard Services. So my spouse, which is Bobby, he's not here today because he's actually restarting another business, so he's actually out right now. So
Good.
that's why it's good to have a team. So I'm here, I'm here for the both of us. So
No, it's all love.
we're on post at this point, Fort Riley, Kansas. So we started Elite Yard Services there. And we had other soldiers that wanted part-time jobs, single soldiers as well. And it was like, hey, I wanted to have a part-time job, but I'm going to go work at Burger King. I'm like, well, I work at Burger King when you can come do a couple hours on the weekend with us. And we already know that they have good work ethic. So it's a matter of
Of
them
course.
getting, we need help. And of course, they need money. So that's how we started that. And then each time I moved from one duty station to another, we would start the business up there again. So what he would do is he would go to the other states. So we went from Fort Riley, Kansas, which is in the Midwest, to Georgia. And then in Georgia, he went ahead before me. He got started doing some as well. We did free services, all of that. So we started from Kansas, went to Georgia. And
Tiffany, are you on Wi-Fi? Your connection is dropping. Are you on Wi-Fi? I think I lost connection. Tiffany, are you there? Tiffany, how you doing? Are you there? For some reason, I'm losing a connection with you. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I just lost connection with Tiffany. Not sure what happened. Give me one. Let me. Here we go. Let's. For some reason, it's showing that she's off. Let's get you back in, Tiffany. Okay. Not sure what happened. Let's get Tiffany back in the live. For some reason, I'm not sure what happened. Okay.
all
Tiffany,
right.
I'm not sure what happened.
Not sure what happened there. Technical difficulties. It's all good.
All right, you were telling us about your journey of course, hiring, of course, individuals who was in the service from
Yes,
Kansas. And
yes.
here's my question as you continue. Going from IT to landscaping, how did that transition?
Well, that transition was, I was always the brain behind the business. So I was
Okay,
always the one that would come up with a website and I would do the back end. So I was like, okay, this is what I do best. I can do the flyers. I can do, I can get it set up on some biz. I can do the administration part because I'm good with that.
understood.
And then my spouse is good with business. He's good. He comes up with the creative ideas. So I would always say
Very
that
impressive. Good partnership.
he's a director. I'm the producer. Okay,
I
that's
love it.
kind of
Why
how we
not?
see it. So he came up with creative ideas, and I'll help put it into place. So he'll come up with an idea for a flyer. I'll design it. We use Vistaprint to print our flyers. They are always the most affordable, and you get the most. And then we'll come up with the website idea, and then we'll just always piggyback off of each other.
One of the things I did hear while watching one of your YouTube videos that at one point you guys was doing manual landscaping instead of self-propelled
Yeah.
landscaping.
Yeah,
Talk
we
to us
we
about
started
that.
with the push mowers. So one thing that we always do, any business that we start, is research. And we were always researching, okay, what's the most affordable way to get started? Because not everyone starts business with a lot of
100%
capital.
facts. You're right about that.
So what we do is we do research and we say, okay, well, how can we service clients, a certain amount of clients within a week, and what's the most affordable equipment we can use? So we would ask other landscapers or call around the actual dealers and say, okay, we need a push mower, but we don't want the residential push mower. We need something that's going to be able to do a few acres a day. And they recommended Honda. Great, great advice from All Seasons. They are in Georgia, and they were really, really helpful because they saw us start from Pushmore, and they recommended every equipment that we got from there. I mean, it was good business for them
Of
because
course.
every sale they had, we were there. Every equipment that they saw us, all right, well, the next trimmer you should get should be this one, and they helped us along the way as well. So it's great to have not only people in the same business as you, but those who are already in the area that you want to be in or has the great ideas and say, all right, well, I see where you're coming from. This is the steps and these are the equipment that you can use. So we started
Understood.
with push mowers. I mean, hey, it was a good workout, but in the heat is not.
How many workers do you guys have currently at this moment?
Currently it's about five.
Okay.
Um, we have part-timers,
Okay.
and they are soldiers in the reserves as well, and people that we know. So we don't really have much of like a hiring process per se,
Okay.
because usually I find if it's someone that you know or someone that's referred, they usually already come with a reputation versus a stranger that you have to do an interview and everything else. It's kind of, it's
Oh, it's better to have people you know. It makes it easier.
yeah, yeah,
What
definitely.
you were in the service now, did you leave the service and start doing your own entrepreneurship journey, or what made you
No,
leave, or
this
you were
was
done with the
going on.
service?
This is going on while I was in service. So I was still in service at the time, still going to PT in the morning and all of that. So I was in service, and my spouse is not in service, so therefore he had the time to do all the footwork. And while I'm actually, I'm on base on the weekends is when I would actually, start working, or I'll go out there with him on the weekend. So he would already have jobs lined up, and I'll be there to just be extra help. Oh, he's just coming in
What,
now. Bobby's just
Bobby,
coming
what's
in to
going
join
on?
us.
He's somewhere.
Sorry
Bobby,
for being
what's
late.
going on? Bobby's in
What's
the
going on?
building. You
Let
know,
me change the light a little bit and get some bright light up in here.
yeah, get
Can you
some
see him now?
get some brightness in there. No, we good. We good.
Yeah,
Bobby, what's going on, baby?
I can't hear him though.
Oh, let me take the Bluetooth out. Hold on. Let's see.
You hear me?
Hear us now?
You guys clear.
Bobby, what's going on, man?
Man, life is good, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate y'all jumping on this live tonight. This is give people some gems, y'all journey. My thing is too, again, you guys was in the service, you started your business, you currently have 5 workers, started from Kansas. What do you guys can say for the people that's trying to become entrepreneurs? What are the most difficult components of doing entrepreneurship? What could you say that
you definitely got to be divergent. You got to be divergent. You can't just look at what everybody else is doing. You got to create a ideal in your mind that's going to make you stand out. I always tell everybody there's 2 types of entrepreneurs, ones that blend in and ones that stand out. And we try to stand out. You know, that's why we wrap our trucks. That's why we have the uniforms. That's why we make our prices extremely high for no reason. Like, we're not coming out to do no free estimates. We're not going to come out and charge people, you know, pennies and this. You want elite, we're going to come with elite prices. So you got to figure out what's best for you, what's best for your family, and figure out, you know, whatever business you start, for the first few months, you're going to be working for free. So think of a business. Think of something that you don't mind doing for free. Because as you're in that growing stage, you're going to practically be working for free until you get that clientele up, until you get that establish the relationships with the community. So you just got to think about it. What is it that you don't mind doing that's going to take 24 hours plus of your time until you get to that growing stage and build that clientele?
And I would also chime in on that too, to where those who are still working 9 to 5, because a lot of the businesses that we started, I was still working my day-to-day, you know, career. Don't be so quick to just up and leave, you know, your job, or up and leave whatever career you're doing, because that might be something you can use to fund your business.
Yeah. And before we started the landscaping business, I worked for a landscaping company. Yeah. So we didn't just jump right into it. I said, let me go out here and work with the company for 30 days. I learned how they worked. I learned how they got their clientele. I learned the pros and the cons, and then I took that experience and I brought it to Elite. So
when you guys say landscaping, are we talking just simply cutting grass and
no,
are we talking trees and everything?
That's lawn care. You got landscaping. Landscaping is the flower beds, the sign installation, the ripping out palm trees, and installing palm trees. The landscaping is $5,000 a day plus. Lawn care is more of a maintenance. So you're coming out every week. So if you're looking to scale your business, if you're looking to start a landscaping company or a lawn care company, you want to definitely merge landscaping in it, because you're not going to scale your landscaping or your lawn care business with just cutting grass. You have to.
That's why I had to ask. I'm like,
that's a lot of grass. You got to cut a lot of grass.
I'm like, I'm cutting my grass for like $50, $60.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, where's the money in there? How many grass?
If you try to make it a 6-figure company with just cutting grass, you're gonna be cutting like 40+ lawns a day, 6 days a week. It's not gonna happen. You want to incorporate that landscaping, because you can charge a guy a flower bed and make $3,000, and you can do a sod install, which what we were doing in Georgia, we was making like $5,000-$6,000 a day, just dropping like 9-12 pallets of sod. You know, on these properties. And that's how we scaled so fast. We went from Kansas, then we went to Georgia. Man, we was doing solid installs at least 4 times a week, you know?
Yeah, so it was crazy.
$6,000 per day.
Yeah, because we charge double. So if the pallet is $400 per pallet, we're charging double, sometimes triple, depending on the amount of work we got to do. So if we got to remove sod, if we got to bring the topsoil, we got to apply fertilization, we got to charge for that. We got to pick it up and drop it and unload. I mean, that's a new back right there.
And we also add in other warranties with it. So you're not just getting us to come out and just apply and drop sod and that's it. You never see us again. We actually provide, you know, your first cut is complimentary. You know, if there's any issues or if there's any areas that's patching, you know, we'll come out there again. So it's not just a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We provide additional service.
Wow.
Top of that.
Correct. That's very healthy. One of the things I do preach on is teaching individuals the importance of, if you're starting a business, making sure that the customer's happy. Not saying they're always right, but making sure that they're happy. Because at the end of the day, the consumers, what's putting money in your pockets. And a lot of us don't understand. I love how you guys also said earlier, the importance of making sure you're a niche. You have a niche market. You're putting yourself in a position to be different from the rest. Because that's what's going to always elevate you every single day of business. Exactly. You know, while going through your journey, you guys had to have, of course, ups and downs in life. My thing is, what's some of the things that motivate you guys to move forward every single day of your life, to keep going higher and higher? What's motivating you guys?
I would say just having that hunger for generational wealth.
Yeah.
You know, as times change, man, you notice that, you know, things are going to be different for the next generation and generation after that. So,
and we got boys right now, so we definitely want to teach them good work ethic and to
Very
have
true.
an open mind to, okay, well, you see the several businesses that we've had throughout your years, therefore they're not just seeing one way of making money, you know, and they actually are exposed to multiple industries.
And entrepreneurship is not for everyone.
Yeah, it ain't.
But
100% facts. I love how y'all said that, because it's true. A lot
it's
of
not
people
for
don't
everyone.
want to understand that.
Some people need to just work a 9 to 5 and have a manager. I'm telling you right now. So if you think you're going to go out there tomorrow and start a landscaping business, because we did, listen, it's not for everybody. It takes a lot of self-discipline. It takes a lot of motivation. You know, it's not easy. We're up late at night sending invoices. People are calling us 3 o'clock in the morning. If you Google us, we're 24 hours. So we're getting out of bed 3 o'clock in the morning, doing estimates on Google. I mean, sometimes, you know, you have truck drivers that get off the road late at night. They want us to come do an estimate 4 in the morning because they got to jump back on the truck at 7 a.m. You have to be motivated as an entrepreneur, because
Hold on, let me hear this part right. A 24-hour full landscape, like, hold on. Full,
meaning that all hours
I'm a little confused.
Someone's available to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Basically.
We're doing estimates in the dark, 4 o'clock in the morning. All right. So
we be getting some random messages on Facebook, like, who is up at 1 a.m.
You let me know if you're gonna call. If you can call your landscaper right now, if he's gonna pick up.
I'm gonna be honest. By the time 6 o'clock hit, you done. That's it on my side.
Exactly.
There ain't nobody picking up that phone. That's it. If something happens, that's that.
Exactly.
And that's what makes us stand out. That's why we're standing out. We're not blending in.
I love the concept. You know, for you guys to pair to come together, and love a lot of things you guys said. Some of the key words I heard is you're building generational wealth, legacy. You're trying to make sure you leave something behind. For you guys to take a risk and say to yourself, I want to start to know my worth, because a lot of people don't know their worth. And I love how you guys said another thing where everybody's not built for entrepreneurship, the sacrifices, the capital you invest, sometimes taking a loss to take a gain. A lot of people don't want to understand that. You take a loss to take a gain. And learning, of course, how to employ other people to of course, let them feed their family, and also giving back jobs is how you build the economy itself. This is so valuable. And working smart, not hard. See, people don't understand that concept there. You guys say, well, Bob, we're not going to be cutting grass all night long. We're doing the full service.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, the full service has more value than just the little dollars of just cutting and trimming grass and taping up grass. You know what I'm saying? And you can imagine how much. Because I remember I had to cut a tree at my house. The guy said to cut the tree was $2,800 just to cut one tree. One tree. And in my mind clicked in right there, even though I'm not interested. I said, man, damn, that's one tree. You could imagine 5 trees, 10 trees, 30 trees. Wow, that's a lot of money cutting trees.
And that's fairly cheap, because in Tampa, we start off at $4,000. You know, depending on how, if it's an oak tree,
it's way up there.
We going up there. So 2,800, you got people here that's blowing $6,000 a tree. That ain't nothing.
I got a question for you guys. Somebody in the audience have a question. They says, when did you decide to do research to open a company and licensing in all these different states? Because that's a good question, because you guys are in Kansas, Tampa, Georgia. What made you guys make that executive decision?
So everywhere, again, she was stationed in Kansas. So normally when you're about to get, put in another duty station, they'll let you know within a certain amount of time in advance. So we knew what duty station she was going to next. I would already fly to Georgia or fly to Florida. I'll go ahead, put out the flyers, get everything registered. When I put out the flyers, I'll do services around there, take the footage, promote the business in that area. So by the time we get stationed in whatever area we're in, we already have the clientele. We already have the footage. It's all about promoting, marketing. The clientele is there waiting for us.
And in terms of licensing, every state has their Secretary of State for your LLC. So that's the first thing that I would do is see, okay, well, to run a business in this state, what is required? Do we need a B license? Do we need a tax receipt? So I would do my research and see, okay, well, what's the basic that I need to do business in Georgia? And it's the same thing usually in every state. You need an LLC. You need to have show that you have tax receipt or whatever they call it now, a B license. So each state, Kansas didn't need all of that, but Georgia and Florida does.
How long have you guys been doing this venture here?
Landscaping since 2017, I say, yeah.
Since 2017, yeah.
Where's your next step up? Where are you guys going next with this?
Well, that's where I came in late. We actually just started a trucking business called Elite Freight Transportation.
Okay.
So we took funds from
what?
We're hauling freight. So we're using semi trucks, and box trucks. So we got to deal. As you know, she's a manager at Amazon, so we got to deal with Amazon where we haul their freight as well. That's going to be the next thing. So, you know, we're not stopping at landscaping. We're going to keep going. As you know, the trucking industry is $1 billion business.
For sure.
And we want in on some of that. So we're not playing, man. We're taking it all the way.
Yeah, we don't plan on just staying in landscaping.
Yeah.
We want to venture into other things too.
What's the ending goal? You're running
so
your
we
business.
mentor other landscapers too. So
wow.
Yeah, we have
doing consulting.
It's full service everywhere. Because that's all right. So you have other landscapers who they have all the credit, they have all the money, they have all the equipment, but they're unorganized. They don't know their numbers. They're not doing any bookkeeping. They don't know where any of their equipment is. Everything is all over the place in their truck. They're still accepting cash. They don't have an invoice system. So that's where we come in, or where I come in, where we charge them a small fee if they have a landscaping job and they need extra help. Instead of them hiring, external, they can hire one of our guys, or we'll come out there and help. If they need help with their bookkeeping, that's where I come in. Hey, you need to you need to know your numbers. You need to know, you have your P&L for the end of the year. Yeah. So those are things that we help other landscapers in the industry to help them be better. And of course, it's not just being selfish.
If this pandemic has not taught you anything,
you need to be.
If this pandemic has not taught you how to hustle,
jack of all
how
trades,
to figure multiple streams of income, then you ain't learning nothing. You know,
a lot of people don't realize. I love how you guys talked about that. One of the most valuable components of a business is having structure, because a lot of people don't understand how important structure is. When you have structure in a business, you're able to one day even sell your business or expand to your business where you can franchise it one day and actually keep growing more and more locations, because you have a structured, organized business. Yeah. One of the things a lot of people don't talk about is what you guys just talked about, which is structure. So imperative. A lot of great information. But guys, for a lot of you guys tuning in right now, we have Elite. These individuals don't only just cut grass, okay? See, we're talking cutting trees. We're talking doing the full service of landscaping. And a lot of us need to understand how lucrative it is. These individuals are making literally $4,000 to $6,000 a day just dropping sod, which is, in other words, grass. For some of you that may not know. At the end of the day, people, this is what I love to see: individuals come from nothing to grow into something. And you hear now they're jumping into the trucking industry to start carrying freight. And I wouldn't be surprised y'all eventually go into maybe dumping loads, where maybe because I can already see it coming. Y'all got a dump truck.
Hey, you never know, man.
We're building houses over here in Tampa.
Y'all get a waste management and run for their money.
Yeah. Hey, here in Tampa, it's building everywhere. The opportunity is to the roof, man. So you never know where we may be next year, but it's definitely a lot of opportunity out here. The hunger for new business to open up is definitely there. And a lot of people don't know, America, it thrives off of entrepreneurship. So if you got it in your blood, go for it, man. If not, just, hey, there's nothing against you. Don't feel bad. Just, it's not for everyone, you know?
No, guys, for the people that's tuning in and watching right now, again, we're hearing people talk about Tampa. A couple months ago, I had a guest interview with the individual named Roy Sipple, who is a real estate investor from Tampa, making close to $2 to $4 million a year flipping real estate in Tampa. Now we hear a family right now, Black-owned business, starting from zero, growing into the high six figures, doing all-around landscaping, 24-hour service landscaping, growing their business in what? Tampa. People, All it takes is the opportunity and the will, and learning to, of course, grow. I love now for people that may have questions that may want to even get into this venture itself, maybe in other cities. How do they get in contact with you guys?
Well, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we respond. We may not respond in 5 minutes, but we definitely respond. You know, we've getting a lot of messages, so we don't charge unless you want to come on as one of our mentorships. If you got a business, landscaping business, then yeah, there's a small fee for that. But other than that, man, if you got questions, you're looking to start a business, and if it's something we have experience with, hey, hit us up. We'll do what we got to do to help you out and try to help you get successful, you know?
Elite Yard Services.
Definitely.
People, it's here. It's official. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. It was a blessing to have you guys as a guest. Elite Yard Services, giving you guys great information on how they built a business from zero to a high-figure, six-figure business that's actually elevating, where they're making $4,000 to $6,000 a day just laying sod, people. At the end of the day, it just really shows everybody that's watching this live, you can make it in this world if you put your mind to it, if you believe in yourself, and you take a little bit of risk and learn that you got to sacrifice in order to win. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody that's on this live tonight. I want you guys to have a great night. Appreciate you, Bobby. Appreciate you, Tiffany. Appreciate your time for 30 minutes, 40 minutes of your time to just giving these people some great gems. Does anybody have any questions before we get off this live?
Any questions?
Any questions?
Bring those questions in. We here.
Anybody have any questions before we get off this live about landscaping or entrepreneurship in general? It doesn't even have to be naturally landscaping. Just any questions involving growing.
We see a lot of landscapers on this feed. If you have any issues with trying to get clientele this year, ask your questions now. Spring, that season is kicking in. It's right around the corner. That grass is growing. All right, let's get those spring cleanups, those flower beds.
When is your off seasons? So, because again, there has to when it's cold season, that doesn't benefit you guys.
Yeah. So our off season would be like the winter, but it's not really off. It's more like everyone gets switched to bi-weekly. So what happens is we're less time in the field. We're more just making sure that the properties are well maintained and making sure that the clients are the properties are looking well enough to where they're not getting HOA violations. But once the spring kicks in and that summer comes, you'll see us more and more every day, every week out there. But yeah, our off season is the winter. If you got Bermuda, we're not coming to your house only once a month. If you got St. Augustine, you'll see us twice a month. All right.
People, appreciate the love. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. We got Tiffany and of course Bobby himself, Elite Yard Services, live on Instagram. Giving up
real quick, if you are ever in Georgia, make sure you stop by All Seasons and get you some nice landscaping equipment. They definitely helped us out. They're really the ones that helped us get our business on a map. We're hooking us up with some great equipment, so check them out.
Gravely.
Right here first, Mentourme.com, Tiffany and Bobby from Elite Yard Services. People, at the end of the day, you can make it in this world. Just put your mind to it, invest into yourself, and learn to take a little bit of risk, and you could gain a lot of legacy and wealth in life. Mentourme.com. You guys have a great night. Peace.